Good morning and welcome to today's verse. To God be the glory. What a great day it is today. Today's verse, it comes to us from the book of Philippians. Philippians chapter 2, verse 12 and 13, and it says this: Therefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. For it is God who works in you both to will and to do for his good pleasure. I want to speak to you this morning from the subject of like or live unlike no other. Imagine a child learning how to ride a bike. At first, the parent holds the back seat, offering guidance and support, but eventually the child must pedal, steer, and balance the bike on his own. Even though the parent steps back, their voice encourages and the lesson remains. The child may feel tension between responsibility and dependency, but both are necessary. This picture helps us to understand the Christian life. There's a personal effort, but also divine enablement. This is exactly what Paul addresses here in our text, verses 12 to 13. Paul wrote this letter from prison to believers in Philippi, encouraging them to live in harmony, in unity, and in obedience. In the verses that preceded, in verses 5 to 11, he gave the supreme example of Christ's humility and obedience even unto death. Because they have been loved unlike no other, they should live unlike no other. Paul calls them to imitate Christ in their own lives. He commends their past obedience and urges them to continue growing spiritually, not just when he is present, but even more so when he is absent. Now, this is spiritual maturity, not needing constant oversight. By taking ownership of their own faith journey. Verse 12, they are to work out their own salvation with fear and trembling. This does not mean that they earn salvation. The phrase work out means to live out, to carry out, to completion. He urges believers to take their salvation seriously, to grow in holiness, to let the gospel shape their thoughts, their behavior, and their relationships. Fear and trembling doesn't mean to live in dread, but with reverence, awe, and deep responsibility, aware of the holy task of living for Christ. Verse 13, for it is God which worketh in you both to will and to do. This verse provides balance between this one and the last one. Our spiritual growth is not a solo effort. God is actively working in us. He not only gives us the strength to obey, but actually the desire to do so. Now that's grace. God enables us to want to do what pleases him. We are to work out what God has worked in. So step forward in faith today, knowing that you are not alone. To God be the glory for the great things he has done. I pray that you would meditate upon this text today. It'd be a word of encouragement to you as you go throughout your day. I pray that you would have a great day. Have a safe day. And then tune in again tomorrow, yes, as we consider today's verse. Amen.